Jump drive hums, we're heading out, hear the battle drums. Carrier drops in these war-torn grounds. The sky is filled with a deafening sound. Loadouts checked, our nerves are tight. It's chaos out there, but we're ready to fight. Outnumbered, outgunned, our ships torn asunder. Canopy smashed, but we won't go under. There are too many and we're too few. Is this fight too much for us to break through? In the fray, canopy's gone as the swarm comes to play. Heat overwhelmed, systems start to fail. They're closing in fast, their strength prevails. Too many to count and far too strong. This might be the end, we may not have long. Outnumbered, outgunned, our ships torn asunder. Canopy smashed, but we won't go under. There are too many and we're too few. Is this fight too much for us to break through? With a fire, a light breaks through. We look to each other, we know what to do. Training kicks in, we form our ranks. Together we stand, there's no turning back. Outnumbered, outgunned, our ships torn asunder. Canopy smashed, but we won't go under. There are too many and we're too few. Is this fight too much for us to break through?
'07 Commanders and Kerbals. We are back in action with our rendezvous mission that is going to take us back into the orbit of Kerbin on our way back to continuing our missions towards the moon. We have this pretty straightforward rocket with like a passenger capacity of 2, which is more than capable of getting to orbit, and we're going to launch the rendezvous, or close to rendezvous, to our companion folks, which have Jeb and Bill. Jeb and Bob, Bill and Valentina are on this launch, versus Bill versus Bob and Jeb are in orbit already. So we're gonna launch the rendezvous, and as you can see here, we have an amazing set of visual mods which completely change the game. Look at the clouds, and you'll see this also on like on a dynamic basis. It's like, this is absolutely stunning. Let's see if we can, I can't remember if it's a launch to rendezvous, but probably not right here. Like, so we might want to wait a little bit before we launch, because like we're literally on the other side of the planet. But you know, we'll have to kind of reach them anyway, so might as well launch and we'll reach the main orbit. Alright, so we're gonna use MagJeb since we've unlocked enough research to be able to use MagJeb. And off we go. 07 de Azevedo, 07 recycled, 07 Elixoff Soul. Yes, I saw that recycled, and I already sold my 1 ton of titanium to the station, so I will get that rack. But otherwise, the CG does not sound all that interesting, and the new mods of KSP, at least I think, are very interesting. So let's lift off. Let's engage. The autopilot is already engaged, so ready to go. Whoever looks decent, off we go. Gonna be a white line that appears on the ascent profile. I'm gonna put it where it's better visual and see how it's going. HDR is not activating for you. Ah, interesting. Let me double check my settings. HDR is perfectly configured, so if it's not activating for you, it might be that you're using a browser that isn't supported, like Firefox. If you use Firefox, you need to use a nightly version of Firefox to enable HDR. Otherwise, you have to use Edge or Chrome. Edge or Chrome work without the nightly versions if you want to see the stream in HDR. We're going through the clouds. Past Mach 1, sonic boom. Still have about a third of our fuel from our first stage. So far tracking perfectly on the ascent profile. some speed. As our rocket gets lighter, our thrust-to-weight ratio increases significantly. Okay, liquid fuel is done. And we are now under our second stage thrust. And we got a little turnaround. But not in such a way that would compromise our journey to orbit, I believe. It's enough reaction torque to stabilize us after a little spin up there. Ansig, yeah, play these. You'll appreciate that way the HDR stream that I'm doing right now with all the new mods. I think we kind of broadly done with the ascent path. We're sort of where we want to be. Our periapsis is still below the surface, so we're going to keep the burn going, but our apoapsis is sort of relatively stable. So, especially considering we're still pointing below the horizon. So, we're going to be good. We made it. Look at the auroras up here. Like, how beautiful they are. KSP in 2026 with mods looks nothing like the original game. That's absolutely stunning. It's SDR for you, huh? Okay. Everything is configured correctly on the YouTube side for me. Double checking if there's anything I'm setting, and I will DVR. I just confirmed that, yeah, I'm sending 10-bit, I think I'm sending 10-bit. What else am I could be sending? Video resolution, yep, this looks good. P10, 10-bit video, 2010 PQ, limited recall range. Output constant bit rate, 30 kilobits, 2 passes maintained. Everything is configured as exactly as it needs to be for streaming. I'm looking at whether there's any other settings in streaming that like everything looks right on my end. Unfortunately, our TPMS, that looks good. I don't know why, if YouTube is not doing the HDR. KSP is out and it's been abandoned, so right now KSP 1 is like, alright, you're all getting SDR video instead of HDR video, and that is a mystery to me because, again, everything in OBS is configured for HDR video. So, and I'm triple checking if I'm getting RTX FDR. Yeah, I'm gonna get a RTX FDR. We got that going too. So it is a mystery as to why the total output is still streaming in standard dynamic range. TMP. You know it's HDR if you have a little red bubble that says HDR in the stream quality settings. Look at the sunset with like the volumetric scatters. It's like really stunning. This is gonna take a while to get to the other side, but again, it's kind of bored. Let's get all the way here. Let's add a circularization maneuver. I don't think we can do it in MagJeb just yet. Nope. So let's do it manually. Add maneuver. Burn time, postpone apoapsis, edit. Time inclination, blah blah blah. So for simplicity. Dude, mean anomaly. Speed up, sounds like argument of periapsis. Orbital period, intuition of his speed, time to periapsis high. This is what I wanted to add. We want to increase the periapsis height. To do that, we need to edit this maneuver node so that it pause burn apoapsis. There we go. That's kind of what we want. But this is a bit of a resonant orbit with the other thing, so we might want to go a little higher, and then maybe we'll go a little higher, and then after we go a little higher, we go a little lower. Alright. So that we are sort of like possibly kind of like maybe 200 twice the size. Yeah, it should be fine. Alright, it's good enough. Alright, so we have 100 meters per second burn in 8 minutes. So let's warp there. Are we in space yet? Can we burn? Yep, we can. Well, maybe a little too fast now. Alright, 4 minutes, 3 minutes, 2 minutes, 1 minute, ready to burn. 44 seconds. It burned down in 12 seconds, so 12 seconds we will burn at 6 seconds or so. So we burn through the node. It's just regular 1440p. Again, I'm sorry guys, I thought I configured everything for HDR in the stream, and it should have registered as HDR, but apparently it isn't. So I'll need to figure out what needs to be fixed, and unfortunately I think I can only do it offline as alright, we are getting there. Alright, we're close enough. 0.5 meters per second is close enough. Alright, so now we have orbit that is somewhat less sort of opposite our destination, but this is the one that we're going to set as target. And here is where we want to introduce a node that kind of lets us approach that at a time that is convenient. Let's see if we can get there. This is sort of like we're kind of opposite direction, so we're gonna have to go a few orbits before we are even in a position to kind of like intercept our target. So let's go a few orbits. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, now we should be, well, pretty close. I think we might got a little ahead of ourselves too. Add maneuver here. Let's see if we can get like time to perhaps a little bit of speed, true anomaly. Land, that's this burn body, heat, surface vessel, rendezvous. Rendezvous, there we go. Rendezvous, phase angle, maneuver, edit. See if we can set a maneuver node, that kind of add maneuver. Alright, we are almost there, as you can see from the two orange things kind of closely getting close to each other. But not quite. They're still pretty far. Kind of down one orbit too many. So you can play with like our... Yeah, we're almost there. This is pretty freaking close. Let's see if we can get there. I want to change my inclination angle if I don't have to. Would not be good. See if I can adjust this so that we're just right there. How far are we at that point? Now we're at the point we kind of gotta go. Alright, 27 meters per second. Let's see if we can go to target. Again, without reaction wheels, this is a tricky one to do. See if we can't adjust by fairly slowly getting ourselves like a 30-second burn somehow. Get ourselves in that range. Almost there. Oh, you left a Kerbal on Eolu? Man, that's really mean. It's gonna be pretty cold if he's been there 8 years. I hope you left him with a pretty good RTG or a supply of RTGs. Or else your Kerbal might be a little frozen by the time you find him. Okay, so we got close, but I think this is not close enough to sort of really say we are rendezvousing, right? I think we might aim for sort of a second maneuver that gets us to rendezvous here. Let's see if we can adjust. Where do we adjust? Precise node. So, do we pass the node already? Do kind of delete this. Move it down here. See if we can get that again. Intercept proper. It's not. Where are you, target? Did I unclick? Oh, I unclicked the target. Never mind. Delete this node so it doesn't mess things up. Add maneuver. So this would be retrograde. Way too retrograde. Do prograde. Oops, to prograde. Right, that's pretty close. That's pretty effing close. See if we can now adjust this by... Not sure what happened there. Did they unselect this target? He unselected his target for some reason. Alright, now we're talking. What's the separation here? Let's see. 2.3 kilometers. This is 0.7 kilometers. Now we're really talking. .5 kilometers. 0.4 kilometers. 0.4 kilometers is the closest seems like I can get, but it's pretty precise. So, like, let's see if I can get node in T+4, so it's burn now. We're getting there. It's not exactly the most easy ship to handle, because again we don't have any reaction wheels except for a silly one inside the cockpit. Let's see how close we are now. We are very close. 2.5 kilometers separation. Alright, I think we are not gonna get closer without sort of like massively messing things up. But let's see if there's a maneuver we can do. That's still, it's like... That will get us somewhat closer. This is what separation, 0.5 again. 0.4. Something like this. This is another 1.5 meters per second, but we're at the point of like where we're extremely close. And then we're gonna get there, and we need to kind of burn. Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to. I'm not gonna do like here. Like again, delete this maneuver node because like unfortunately I cannot operate this precise. We're at 2 kilometer separation, so let's actually warp here. Let's actually do a quick save and warp here. There we are. It says we can do a material study here. Can we do a material study here? Really? Conduct material study. Likes it. Let's bring it in. Let's see. Let's save once we are on approach. We can get more than 4x. Are we under 100? Where are we? Oh, we're under 80k. Is that why? Yeah, we're somehow ended up under 80k as part of this process. Separation is increasing because we're losing speed. We might need to give it a little bit of a boost. Or not. I think still be close enough. Let's see. Yeah, we might have to give it a little bit of a boost. Where's our prograde? Two kilometers. Increasing though. So I have to kind of go retrograde now. Surprise Fargoid mods, yeah, that would be fun. We're getting closer. You can use RSC with a translation key to refine a rendezvous. What is RSC? Not RCS? I think you mean RCS, but I don't have RCS on the ship, so unfortunately I can't use it. I don't have it unlocked yet. I'm in career mode and I'm not quite there. Switch to target. I'll switch vessels while in atmosphere. I'm technically in the atmosphere. Yeah, I didn't get under 80, I guess. I can do some boosting here. We're back in space. Now, once we're close enough, I think we can open up smart RCS or smart as. Select target, relative velocity minus, that's where we want to target. And once we're close enough to kind of jump down, like see here. And we want to cut our relative velocity. By how much do we need to cut our relative velocity? Is a good question. 114 milliliters per second, so we got time. Keep going. So we're almost there. Oh, Let's now give it a small boost. Now it didn't select the target. Uh-oh. It swapped me out. This is annoying. So I don't know if it has the boost still enabled. Yeah, it does, because I have the perma boost. Let us target. We're at a velocity. Where is the velocity indicator? See if we can give it some gas. Alright, so now we kind of mashed velocities, but I don't know if we completed our mission. Let's see. Rendezvous two vessels in orbit. Within visual range and kill the route velocity to achieve the goal. Well, yeah. I don't know if this qualifies as visual range, but target plus. Now we need to kind of approach our target, I guess. So spinning until like... Alright, now I'm approaching it at 50 meters per second, which is actually pretty quick. And if we kind of speed up, we'll catch up on them pretty quick. How far are we? Now we can kill our relative velocity. But again, see if we can do it with that. We really need reaction wheels on things, ships. Keep spinning. So we get our like relative velocities now. It's actually the retrograde icon here indicating smartass. Did a pretty good job here. We should be within visual range at this point. We're 0.4 rendezvous to our vessels in orbit of Kerbin. We completed our mission. Yay! Yeah, yes. Alright, so we're here. And these guys, we need to kind of deorbit both now. Both vessels. Let's quick save and go to the Space Center. See if there's like any missions that we can pick up while we are there, because that actually saves us from having to send someone up. Orbit of Moon, explore Kerbin. Transfer any crew between vessels near Kerbin. Oh, that easy. We're right there, might as well do it. So let's see, this is why you want to check. Every time you complete a mission, I go back and check whether there's any other missions like, you know, transfer crew. We're right there, just ready to transfer crew. But now we're gonna need to get a little closer to do that. The question is, where is the other guy? Here's the other guy. So let's go target plus and close up. Target plus. Turn towards it and get a little closer to the crew transfers. We also need to eject both crew members to kind of do that. Oh, I see it. See it over here? I see the guy. It's like right there. Get our relative velocity. I lost the visual again. I thought I had it. Where did it go? I think this is the guy down here. I'll keep it this way for a moment. Feel like we're in, approaching nice and steady. There we are. Alright, we're within a meter per second. I can go back to target plus. Approach the target. Again, the spinning is the thing that's like extremely slow here. Yeah, I need to do it ANSIC. I know. I actually have the files. I was trying to upload them, but I got into a fight with a web server, so I couldn't do it. But I will upload both the instructions that I use for mods, and the mod list itself, which is actually ready to import in KCAN or whatever, however you pronounce that, mod manager for KSP. We are now approaching our target. Nicely. We're getting a little too fast, though. Now we're clearly within visual range. A bit too fast though right now. We need to kind of cut our rudder velocity. I also don't know where it went. Again, doing rendezvous and transfers without RCS is painful, as you can tell. Spin, spin, spin. Alright, so we now have basically killed our relative velocities, but I don't see where the guy is. I don't know how far we got again. 287 meters. Again, I'd love to get a little closer. Like 100 meters or less, and then crew transfer are gonna manageable at that range. It's not what I had hoped to do, but alright. Also don't want to approach it more like 10 meters per second, otherwise you get into like the same usual problem. Like, there it is. Relative velocity minus. Do a nice loop around it. Alright, that's the kind of distance we can work with. Almost there. Uh-oh. Wrong button. This is annoying. Now we're definitely way too fast to be able to turn. I kind of think it's still heavy because like we still have like half of our fuel, so like maneuvering without RCS with half of your fuel on board is, and without reaction wheels is painful. Alright, I think we're close enough See, we cut our speed. And then I guess we'll do EVA the old school way. Once we're like 0.5 meters per second or something like that in terms of relative velocity, we're close enough to do a transfer. Perfect. All right, this we can work with. So now let's eject somebody. Who are we gonna eject? We're gonna eject Jeb. Jeb always gets ejected. I don't know why. It's your destiny, Jeb, to be ejected. Let go. RCA. Now, where are we going? That's the question. Where is the other ship? Like spinning around. Select the hour as a target. Status target. This is one ship. Problem is, we gotta eject the other thing. Did it quick save? I quick save now. Thing is, I can't quite see anything because it's so dark. I don't know where the other ship is. Based near Kerbin deserts. Oh, I'm totally getting a PVA report there. Override it, yep. But where is the other ship? Above me? It's a mystery. Is it here? Or is it here? I don't know which symbol means forward and back right here. I'm completely lost. There's no light, can't see anything. I'm like, what the heck? Oh, okay, I can see this thing here. Alright, so this is the ship I just left. So that's not very helpful. Set as target. This is the other one, I guess. Is that here? If only we were during the light time, we'd be at least able to see where we're going. Alright, I'm gonna just warp a little towards sunside so we can actually see. Alright, before we level everything is holy, where is that ship? Now we're gonna go a little far. Alright, this is target. Is this a Swiss target prograde? Or is it right behind me? Is it closing or is it getting further? It's closing. Alright, we're in one call. Oh, I see it now. I finally see it. That's whoa. Too much. I hope that's the destination, it's not the source, but we'll see. Alright. Find out soon. Let's see. too much. I'm coming. Alright, now I'm like in a decent range. Please tell me. Oh no, come on. I got back to the one I was when I started. Alright, let's select this one as target then. Zoom some. Am I getting there? Guess. Speed up a little. Question is, oh, we were losing altitude there, so we are not gaining on it. Oh, let's give it a nice 20 meters per second speed, which is actually quite a bit. Yeah, 4 kilometers away. It's like way too many to do much with it. Alright, now we're closer. I go back to darkness. But at least now we're in. It should be like very much in visual range. Except I can't see it. Are we back in darkness again? Where is that ship? Should be like super close by. I kind of bonk into it and didn't realize like where it is. Right. Where are we? We passed it somehow. So I have it as a target. It's 900 meters away and closing. Closing faster now. So let's give it some time and then we should be really close. Now 700 and closing still. Now we should, I mean, now we should really see it's like 500 and like 400 meters away. Look, where is it? Still mysteries of KSP. Yeah. And the dark side of the planet again. Is that it? The thing about HDR is like everything's so dark. And it's kind of tricky to figure out like what is going on. Now we're 300 meters away. It's gonna hit us on the face and we don't even see it. There's a ship 300 meters away and like we can't see it. Where is it? This guy is getting a bit of a going a little crazy. So we can stop you from going nuts. Alright, where is the ship? 200 meters away, and it's nowhere to be seen. I am deeply confused here. Am I approaching it now? I'm approaching it, yes. I gotta be able to see it. It's like 300 meters away. Kinda literally hit me in the face before I see it. Where are you? "140 meters. Like we are literally next to each other. Where? Could be occupying like half of the screen at this point. There it is. Oh man. Freaking dark. Thank goodness I didn't do this mission from the Kerbal Space Station. Wow. Darkness, huh? Utter darkness. We made it. Whew. Well, we made it. Now we gotta get on board and get another Kerbal to the other side. Like. Grab. Alright, we grabbed Valentina and story experiments here. Can we eject Valentina, or did we meet the mission already? Or no? No, I have to actual transfer, so I have to transfer vessel, I think. How do I do this thing? Entry module. I guess switch to here. If I click on this vessel, well, I managed to click on the vessel, which is, in and of itself is going to be remarkably hard to do. Let's see, I can't go to the space station. I can't go to the tracking station, apparently. How do I switch to this vessel now? I can switch to this one, I guess. Cannot switch vessels while on a ladder. Alright, let go. Now I'm not on a ladder. Switch to. Switch to. Alright, we switched to this, so now hopefully we can switch to the other one. Alright, let's select this other ship. Alright, switch to. Alright, now we did it. Now we can eject Valentina or someone here. Out you go. Alright, Valentina, you're out. Let go. RCS. Go a little bit up. Get out of the way. Switch to jab. How do I switch to jab? Set target. I don't know, she needs to go there anyway. Alright, so let's go. Alright, now we're going 20 meters per second, closing fast. Alright, so now we should be able to switch to jab. Jab. Switch to. Alright, cool. You are basically there, Jeb. Don't abandon us now, please. Grab that ladder. There you go. And where's the board button? We have to kind of like Boarding, I first found that boarding. Oh, there you go. Boarding these yellow, like bulky capsules. All right, where's Valentina now? Let's go back to Valentina. Now we gotta get Valentina to this ship, which we kinda are. Yeah, can I warp a little and go faster? He's getting there, surely but surely. Well, we're kinda probably gonna need to. Close the range a little. Like, getting away from us. Get prograde. There we go, some 20 meters per second prograde. That's good. Alright, we're getting closer again. What's this range? We're now at 2,000 meters, still pretty far. Have to get closer still. I see it though, at least in the daylight you can see it, man. In the dark is like so freaking hard. Now we don't need the map anymore. Can do this by visual. Alright. Alright, okay, I'm a little too fast, I got it. Alright, slow down. Alright, let's get closer, like 6 meters per second or something. They should have landing lights. Actually, in fact, with this expansion, I think you actually can put landing lights on it, but usually do it on planes. I should have put on this one, but until I have solar panels, I don't have a way to recharge them, so it's kind of like, you know, I need solar panels before I can do that. And we did it. Well, let's get in first. Alright, we did it. Alright, we swapped these two guys. Let's go back. Let's quick save, because that took a little while. Let's see if there's like any missions that we can pick up while we're here, like data from space in Kerbin or something. Rescue, temperature service, explore the moon. Yes, this is where we're going next. So this is check. Ferry VIP, let's see what's active. We want orbiting the moon, and then data from the moon, which is great. And then other stuff, which doesn't make any sense, so we're not gonna do that. Alright, cool. So we're going to the moon. Look at the sunset, so beautiful. But before we go to the moon, we want to bring our Kerbals back home and get them on an orbiter that is capable of actually going to the moon. So let's bring our boys and girls home. And while we are at it, let's also do some science while we're at it, because why not? How do I swap to this fly? There you go. Alright, so we are here. Now, let's see. There's no science to be had here. Intercollect all. It's like, whereas Bill is an engineer, Jeb is is like a pilot, so none of this is going to be particularly useful. So let's just go for a straight deorbit burn here. Now we have a SAS and we can go retrograde because Jeb has a 1 star, so. But well, we could if we kind of like didn't spin like crazy like this. Also, I think I'm still target. I don't think I said I want orbital retrograde. There you go. So this is like prograde somehow. This is something that Jeb can do also without. Something wrong though. Off. Why is this? Oh, because this is target orbit. There you go. SAS retrograde, please. There's a view that was wrong. There you go. That's retrograde. That's my boy. Alright, now we are in suborbital flight. back into the atmosphere. I'm back on it, Shadow. Yeah, well, this is the rendezvous, but and after the rendezvous we did a passenger exchange, which was successful. Now we have to go to the moon. To the moon, we need we're gonna need a bigger rocket, so we're gonna make a bigger rocket as soon as we make it back to Earth, which will be soon. Like here again, we can warp somehow. It'll be faster. All right. Now we are out of fuel. We can stage. I think we can stage. Let's stage. We got a little ball doing ball things. Let's go SAS retrograde. Well, actually, SAS retrograde. Jeb does a decent job keeping things retrograde by himself, so that's good. We're 60,000 meters, so it's like still plenty of time to kind of like spin around. Man, this would be like really nauseous, like really nauseous. Can't imagine that swinging like that. Look at those clouds, huh? Look at it without any HUD. Isn't that beautiful? Whoa, that swung past me. Dangerous. We are going at a very reasonable speed. We don't really even need like much ablator. Flying low over Kerbal water. Okay. We're gonna land in the water. Almost certainly here. And that was probably the other stage exploding, which is fine. Alright, we're at a reasonable velocity to deploy our parachute, but we don't really need to. Might as well go down a little faster until we're like at 1,000 meters or something. Don't misclick. Alright, 2,000 meters, 1,000 meters. Shoot! Semi-deployed. Look at the water. And fully deployed. Braking hard. Surface. Keep going down. After we recover this, we're gonna go and return Valentina and Bob. We can do an atmospheric pressure scan while flying here. We barely got it in time. Nice. Transfer data. Right. Log pressure data. No, I don't want to do this. Like, collect all. Let's do this. Log pressure data again. Take it. Take a temperature data. I'm gonna make a mystery group. And do a crew report. No, that's gonna do much, but alright, cool. Do EVA. Go for a swim, essentially. EVA report. Let's go back in. And we did it. We are ready to recover the Cecil. We got one. Let's go get the other one. Welcome home, guys. We brought 84 science back too. We'll take it. But before we do anything with science, let's bring our other boys back. Boys and girls in this case. Valentina's there too. Fly. See if I can deorbit in a place that kind of gets me somewhere on the ground instead. So let's warp a little further. So I can't really see in the dark. But this is like, this should be land, right? Yeah. So let's go a little further. Let's bounce back out of orbit. SAS. I'm gonna kill this off. SAS. Stability assist. Let's go for retrograde. Where is retrograde? Yeah, retrograde is definitely some our way. That's retrograde, my boy. Can do stability assist, even though they can't do prograde retrograde or maneuvers. That's enough. It's got plenty of fuel. Let's speed it up, I think, before we kind of burn it all. Can do a material study here, apparently. But it's a little tricky to do it, I guess, because we're under thrust. Should we try it? This is a very bad idea. Let's quick save the game before we try this, because this is a really bad idea. This is like, don't do this at home, guys. Do as I say, not as I do. See if I can grab that. Probably not. This is what quick saves are for, guys. All right, quick load. That was a bad idea. Told you about it. Told you it was a bad idea. I don't think you can reset this, unfortunately, just by hanging up here. It's like you can't. You know, you're not. You can't. Yeah, it's too far down. It's like annoying. It is what it is. Fine, I should put it on top, I guess. Right, we can bounce, I think. Drop the ball thing. Alright, go with retrograde, please. Thank you. We're having some re-entry heating, but it looks very mild. Very mild. I don't know why we have still the ascent guidance, like when we're kind of like in re-entry. Take that off. Back to Kerbin we go. Indeed. Alright, that was quite reasonable. Let's go on. We're flying over deserts. Get this crew report. Not that it'll do much, but do a temperature scan, it seems like. Let's do a temperature scan. And do an EDA report, but only if we slow down. Right? So we're not on the water, which is good. I think we can deploy a chute here. Slow us down and land us more, make it more closely that we can land on. It's still going too fast for like an EVA though. Like, you have to fully deploy. These are like the things crashing into the ground. Slow down, allow us fully deploy, and we don't want physics to cracken us. So we're almost on the ground. We're still on deserts. Yeah, we're still in deserts, so we can get an EDA report, which is good. Alright, now we're gonna slow down to like 8 or 9 meters per second or something. Now we can do an EVA. Alright, there we go. This is also a bad idea, but, you know, it's less of a bad idea what the previous bad idea was. Alright, now we can wait until we're gonna get on the ground, sort of like. I can probably do some science on the ground as well, since I don't think we've been at deserts yet. So, and we made it. Look at the deserts where the cacti. Observe mystery goo. I'll take it. Do a crew report. No, I don't want to override the crew report. Take it all. Select all. Crew report. There we go. Pressure. Take it. I think that's it, right? Temperature, I think we did already. No, we didn't. Cool. Well, that's good. Is there anything else, Mr. Go? Oh, EDA report on the ground. Yeah. We should do an EDA report on the ground of the desert, yeah. Why not? EDA report. Yeah, I know it wasn't necessary, but well, might as well. Alright, cool. Then I think we are good. I think we're good. Recover vessel. This will be bringing back a decent amount of science too. 30 points, 113 points. Oh no, 30 points. Yeah, 30 points on a total of 115. This guy's got a level 1, which is nice. All right, so everyone's home. Save this game. Mechan home. It's like when things go wrong, it's always good to have a save where you can go back to and say, oh, I know things are at least decent. Alright, these guys like getting some badges from the Final Frontier, which is nice. See if there's any mission. Bring a moonstone back with you. How do I even do that? Find a moonstone, have a Kerbal pick it up and return it. We suspect you can find one of these parts in the poles, polar crater, or midline craters beyond. This is pretty fun. I haven't seen these missions before. It's like a new breaking ground kind of experience, I guess. It's also kind of tricky because like you have to the poles are not exactly where you typically land on the moon. I mean, you can, so it's just usually not where you go. How long is 7 years to do this? Should we bring back Moon Rock? I guess we have to land, and at some point gotta land. It might as well take the mission. Let's take the mission. Ferry VIP, rescue Linden, orbit of Kerbin, surveys, blah blah blah. But the main mission is to orbit the moon and get some science data from the moon right now. So that's where we gotta go. That's where we need to go. Alright, so what do we have? We have 600k cash, finally, so we can actually do things with cash. But before we do that, we want to buy some like fuel systems and things that, like, for whatever reason, we kind of didn't really have enabled here. Like, this is like, but where's the Rokomax tanks? Like, why didn't I guess got the wrong adapters or something? No, I have a Rokomax fuel tank, so I don't know why it's enabled and it didn't show in my thing. Oh, we'll sort it out next. So the question is, do we want to go for moon landing now? Do we have enough research? Not really. Like, we have flight control and do that, or we can do photovoltaic panels. In reality, we need both. We need both to sort of like have a proper moon landing, and then space exploration like is also pretty important for additional science and stuff, and the ability to get up and down from the station itself. So this is, I don't think we're quite ready for a moon landing, but we can do a moon orbit. That we can do. So should we do finally get a, does it include reaction wheels or no? These are lights, illuminators, photovoltaic panels, battery banks, dome lights. And spotted miles away would be convenient in the previous little exercise probe. This is like the first probe that we could send up to do like reconnaissance of the moon, but you want to do it with a probe. We're gonna send a Kerbal. Maybe we send a Kerbal to get some more science with it. So let's, yeah. But electrics, I mean, the photovoltaic panel is really the one thing I want. But we're gonna need all of these too, so oh well, it doesn't matter that much. Advanced spaceflight, RCS. This is the reaction wheel, stabilizer, but again without. Oh, this is the Mark II command pod. Okay. Like, this is a guy with thing that carries 3 Kerbals, just significantly heavier. So unless you need 3 Kerbals, I want to bring that. This is a alien stabilizer. This is reaction wheels. The reaction wheels without power is a problem. So first, honestly, we need to do it. We need electrics. Without electrics, candidly, without solar panels and without a battery, we're not going very far, not doing very much. So it's the batteries. All right. Well, now we need to go get some additional science. So we can start with, you know, what we set up last time, which is pretty fine. This should actually be able, I think, to get into a moon orbit. But if we can actually get the Rokomax fuel tanks, which we now can, probably want to do those instead. It's like just more straightforward. Where's the fuel adapter? FLX. Is this the Rokomax? No. Where's the Rokomax adapter? Is this the one? It's confused. No, this is not the right one. This is a Rokomax, I think. No, this is not the right one. Which one is it? Not this one. This one? Nope. It's like a small to medium. Well, this kind of works, but I don't think this is the... This is the... I think it's these combination of these two. I guess it's not a single one, right? Yeah, I guess. Alright, this Rokomax fuel tank is fine. We got the 32, so might as well use that one. Alright, so we have... I'll lift it a little higher. So, if we... Do we have a lift engine, like a mainsail? I have a Bobcat. I have a skipper. We don't really have a liftar engine. I have a Poodle. What's the... So this one... The thrust is 300 kilonewton. Like, this is even higher, but what's the... What is 280 for 320 for 900. This is like slightly higher efficiency, lower, but the thrust of this one is much more significant. So this one gives us a thrust weight ratio of less than 1, so we're not going anywhere just with this one. So we're gonna need more than this one. We got lots of cash, but it's not really to burn it. So let's see. Let's see. We could do more of these, or we could do 2 boosters. If we do boosters, we have the problem that they tend to destroy fins. Like, but we can try. All right, let's do that. So we're going 4 winglets. I guess we're going 4 boosters. We don't really need that kind of firepower to kind of orbit the moon, but alright. Shift X. Fans are correctly aligned. This is all fine. Command and control. Let's max jab. Let's put them up here. There you go. And we're gonna use our newly available battery banks. Alright, can actually put this one here. And photovoltaic panels that we can put on like here, because like, you know, by the time we drop those, we don't really need anymore. We have a full battery and stuff. It's nice to have power, even though only on daytime. We have a scientist on board, that is, if we put the right person on board, not an engineer, but a scientist. So we can actually reset our experiments and get more data while orbiting the moon, which would be nice. Alright, so I think this is fine, except for the fact that it's not, because like we're not lifting off, we're not going anywhere with this thing. So we need what is this thing? Oh, a hinge. We need separators. And these are nicer than the ones. This is like the more powerful one, right? And the previous one. Yeah, these are better. Should be able to kind of like eject things with enough force that, you know, we don't break our everything, essentially. Alright, and do I have a separator? Yes, I have a separator there. Alright, boosters, more boosters. Essence of KSP, more boosters. I have a Pollux and a kickback. Pollux is significantly more powerful. Maybe even too powerful. Is this gonna be insane? This might be insane. Oh, thrust weight, well, that's 1.7. It's actually not that insane. Let's see what we got. We got a structural cap here. We can add aerodynamics, aerodynamics. Cones. These are too small. These are the big ones. These are too big. Too big. Too small. Gotta find ones that are just right. It's not the one. I think we have to kind of do the adapters here. But they're not Rockomax for whatever reason. These are kind of intermediate ones. Which one is it? Do I even have the right ones here? This is kind of silly. Look ugly. I don't think I have a structural adapter that like fixes this 6.5. I think the only ones are fuel ones. So this would work, I think. But I'm gonna have to empty it of fuel because otherwise it's gonna be stupid. And the tweakable section. There we go. 0 and 0. Can put the dips here. Oh, this is the one that we wanted. Never mind. We got it. I was like, yeah, it's so strange that there isn't that they don't have. We go orange and black. Let's go orange back. Orange and black. There we go. Nice. Too bad you can't make this one orange and black. Nice colors. Alright, cool. And this doesn't go anywhere. Alright, and then do we need struts? You always need struts, right? Is there any rocket that doesn't use or doesn't need struts in this game? Okay. Who does not need struts? Raise their hand. Actually, not that great. Don't do it here. It's good. Alright, so Prostrator 1.76. How much does this cost? 57,000. It's fine. It's fine. We're good. Do we have any other science or utility that we want to put on? I don't think so. Or RCS. RCS would be nice. Do we have we don't have RCS. So that's nice, but we don't have it. Payload, structural, command control, inline reaction. Oh, reaction wheel. Now that we have power, we are totally getting reaction wheels. 100%. Alright, cool. So we got that one. Thank goodness. Alright, cool. Good. I think we're good on everything else. Should we save this and give it a go? Alright, save it and give it a go. Just double check that we have a scientist on board. If we do. Alright, so let's dance. Launch. Prop is too heavy. Unable to launch. But I think I have the cash to upgrade it, right? I believe. Upgrade. Boom. Upgraded. Alright, now we can launch. Done. That was easy. Launch. This is indeed a bit of a heavy weight guy. We're, approaching the type of rocket that can actually land and return from the moon. Like, this is not exactly what I would use to land and return from the moon, but, you know, that's what, like, has no lander legs or anything, so no, this is not a lander, but it is definitely a moon orbiter. It should be able to swing it. Alright. Off we go! So I don't know why I didn't. Oh, I forgot to properly set up these things. I guess it's fine. I guess it's fine. First stage. The question is, will these detach cleanly or will they completely kill my winglets down there? That's the real question. Mach 1 passed. Sonic boom. 100% looks good so far. See how much science there is flying here. It's quite a bit actually, 17. I'll take it. We are burning hot and about to see separation. What did we lose? What did we lose? We lost not much. All right, let's keep going. Let's keep going. Although, like, we are not flying straight. All right. What happened up there? I mean, this is not exactly a textbook launch. But, as you know in Kerbal, like, so long as it works, it works. Are we in the higher orbital atmosphere? Might disengage the autopilot at this point, actually, and send Bob on a gather the data and cannot quick save while on a ladder. That's probably a good idea. I cannot reset this thing. Never mind. It was a bad idea. So where are we going? Prograde. Where are we? Where are... Oh, maybe we should have pushed a little higher than this. Yeah, this is not very smart. Alright. Where are we? Smart ass. Prograde, prograde. Thank you. Yeah, we should have pushed higher. And once we're closer to 80k, we can probably sort of play the material study game I was trying to play earlier. Just fighting the wobble. This is not a good setup. You should not have you shouldn't have RCS up here. You should have RCS at the center of a ship. But that's what we got. So that's what we're doing. Getting there, we're getting there. Alright. Periapsis heist is almost good. 120k. We're good. Alright, now we're gonna quick save, and now we're gonna see if disable this thing, and now we're gonna see if we can get Bob to reset that experiment. Slow down, Bob. We gotta get this reset. I gotta take this data and reset this thing. Come on, buddy. Before we get to 80k, collect data, remove data, restore, conduct material studies, keep experiment, collect data, remove data, restore again. Alright, and we're good. Should be able to get back here. I had you on the B. Alright, we did it. Quick save again, because that was very dangerous. Yeah, it does look like a GBU 12, you're right. Yeah, that was a very early gravity turn. Alright. Alright, we are in space, so now we should be able to set circularization burn up here. Add maneuver. I don't think we need this anymore. Rendezvous surface info, target office. I don't think we have that, again, ability to like just set it so that we're like setting it. orbit. This is burn. Periapsis burn. 120. Alright, nice and circular. Big overkill, but whatever. Alright, it's good enough. Alright, let's execute the next burn. I don't think I have jab. Chance atmosphere, I think. I was thinking aircraft, not aircraft, I don't think orbit info, target orbit info, vessel info. I think this is like node. Prograde node. I should really just prograde to orbit, but whatever. Alright, let's quick save and let's gonna get there. Which way are we going? This way. Space near Kerbin's shore. What's there? Mystery goo observation. Can we do a mystery goo observation? Yeah, stop. Alright. Barely 0.5. No, I don't think we need to do 0.5. Also, we think we need a higher threshold, like 2. It doesn't interrupt us all the time. Alright, so no. Let's zoom like here. Warp here. There's an EA report above mountains or something. Alright, so we're getting to know. Now we have reaction wheels and power, so we can actually turn. Naked jab is enabled, which is nice. Which is just a pro-grade burn, so it's not really that interesting. It's also like 2 seconds of a burn. So to circularize this thing. So yeah, I can get to moon low with like this burn though. Alright, let's go. Alright, close enough. We should have a circular orbit at 120. Yeah, perfect. So this is great for a whole man transfer to the moon. So I'm gonna set a target here. And again, MacJeb does this for you at a higher tech level, but at this tech level, you're gonna have to somewhat do it manually, which is totally fine. Did they tell him to maneuver to warp there? I didn't mean to do that, but whatever. Maneuver here and see where we're going, because like, whoa, too much. Like, we wanna do it efficiently, so we're gonna see where we. Oh, my Kerbal Space Program game crashed completely. I think it didn't like how it was editing that node. And this is like, I think, the curse of a lot of great mods. Is like, every now and then, one of them does something that the game doesn't like. And so here we are. And that's also why you quick save a lot. Right? Alright, let's bring this back. Good thing is with community fixes, it loads a lot faster on the stock vanilla game, which takes forever to load. But the community fixes makes it so it like loads very fast. Yeah, just Kerbal things. These are also part of Kerbal things. That's very true. Alright, here we go. See where we are, where we left off. Circularizing is pretty straightforward. It's also kind of low risk once you have a orbit with a periapsis roughly at the top or above the atmosphere. It is a mere formality. There we go. See where we are. I don't know how often the autosave is. I don't know like where we are. Let's see. The orbit of this thing. I don't think it says a node that is about to be executed hasn't been executed yet. Alright, let's go flight. Let's go flight. Still have a ton of fuel. Like, look at the amount of fuel that we have. Like, this thing can really land on the moon. Like alright, so let's see. Smartass. Node. Oh, no program. It's just kind of the same thing. Remember the sort of like the Kerbin Mountains. Time warp complete. Reaction wheels are trying to get us there. I think we're gonna just disable this. Disable these too, like it's just nothing good. There you go. It's still, the gimbal still does the weird gimbal thing, but at least it's just the gimbal. The other things are locked. Alright, node is almost there. And we are facing node. Yeah. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, burn. Alright, 0.1 meters per second accuracy. Pretty freaking good. Alright, now we have a secure orbit. And now we can quick save. And now we can actually plot our home and transfer to the moon. But again, we want to make sure that we try and do it as efficiently as possible, which means we want to kind of like sort of barely touch the moon. So we kind of want to move this node to where we kind of like close to like where we get to the orbit of the moon. Say like something like this. This is gonna sort of send us on like a crazy trajectory. So let's see if we can do something more reasonable. And it's helpful to kind of switch targets to the moon when you're kind of editing the maneuver node down here, because then you can basically set it so that, you know, like something too little, like reality is like sometimes moving the thing is the best, but sometimes moving the actual location of a node on the orbit is the best thing to do, like this one for example. So this is actually pretty good, but there's a weird, this is totally weird orbit I'm getting into myself into, so like I can try and see if we can actually. It seems like we're coming from down below, so like not much we can do about it, I guess. Right. How do I reset this thing? 0. Radio 0. Alright. This is like the basic prograde maneuver, which is a baseline of like how you want to orbit. This gets close enough, I think. This is a moon periapsis of like So we can do 10. This doesn't do anything. Like, also doesn't do anything. This kind of gets us sort of in a polar orbit, which is weird, but, you know, it's also not terrible. Like 800 meters per second. It's kind of what you would expect, and it gets us into, actually, it doesn't even fling us to kind of the universe, so it should allow us for a relatively chill capture experience. Although, you know, the best time to, like, you know, the best time to kind of set up a capture, to set up a node is like, hold on, this is like, it's like not what I want to do. Let's try again. Go back here. Do need to like actually meet the moon, otherwise that doesn't do a trick. But this this is happening as meeting it on the way back, whereas generally I think I found it's easier or better to meet it on just about sort of like, you know, where you're meeting it. So kind of moving it right when you're right here. Like this is what I kind of going for. So this is better. So set as target. Well, yeah, thank you. I already set it as target. Did I unset it as target? No, focus you. Alright, now we should be able to kind of like really fine tune the thing. I have like 0.1. Now we're talking. So now we are at, this is for 59, now we're basically hitting the moon. So now we basically can get to a point where we're just literally scraping it. This is like 10,000, like 6,000. This is perfect. Like this is moon low, which is like where we want to kind of get. Like this is what allows us to enter an orbit with a minimum delta V. Not that we need it because we got delta V for ages, but whatever. All right, let's node orbital. Yep, cool. So let's actually set for orbital save since we have a node set up. Why? Might as well. And this is manual home and transfer essentially. Warp here in 11 minutes. So low. Kerbal off my orbit. Back to the regular view. This is moving me too slowly. I don't know if we have like electric charge still. Let's see. We do, but again, it's not ideal to kind of like use reaction wheels from the tip of your rocket. You should use it from the center of mass, but we don't have a reaction wheel of this size, so this is why what we got to work with. How much to the node? 30 seconds, so we might need to kind of like speed it up a little. I don't think I have a way to speed it up a little other than kind of like actually give it ignition, so I kind of might need to start burning now. Yeah, we do need to start burning now. Anyway, we're gonna be close enough, I think. So now we're gonna really gotta burn. How much delta V do we have on this stage? 2,000. Oh wow! Can go and return just on the main stage. I actually want to drop it to kind of like make it easier to maneuver the rocket. See how the gimbal and the reaction wheel at the top are fighting each other. So which is why the rocket is oscillating like this. Reduce the speed, so reduce also the fighting and get some more precision out of that node. Alright, I think we got something pretty close to where we want to go. Our periapsis is not quite exactly where we wanted it, but, you know, it's very close. Let's add another maneuver, which is like a fine-tuning maneuver. And this is like a fine-tuning node, which, again, I think this will be a slightly, retrograde something. At this distance, like the correction is so little that without RCS, it's practically impossible to get it. Like look at 0.3 meters per second, right? It's like at the node execution. So without RCS, you're not doing maneuvers that precise. Which is, I mean, great in a way, because it like really saves you Delta V. I have not unlocked RCS yet, no. Then yeah, Midnight Rain, you're right, it's plenty of DV, like this thing has DV for ages. Okay, let's zoom to the next maneuver node. How far is this? 3 minutes. Let's jump 2 minutes ahead. Should be in space high as a biome. Yep. Oh, actually, there's space high, so we can do a few things. We can do a temper scan here. Do a temper scan. We can do a mystery goo observation and a material study. They're all pretty good, and then just pick them up and send them back after we ideally get to our 0.3 meters per second, whereas an orbital node. Do we have still power? We have power, yeah. Alright, we're turning towards the node very slowly. We should make it in 30 seconds. Like, we're actually not pointing that far away. But yeah, RCS is the way to make these fine adjustment maneuvers, like 100%. When you have it. Right. Kerbin is beautiful, huh? So we are close enough. We can do this. No! No, 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 no. That was a wrong button situation. And now we're gonna need to adjust again. I should really change my keyboard setup for... Yeah, reaction wheels are definitely not realistic in this game in a good way. In a good way for the gameplay. I'm kind of tempted to just ditch my next stage because I have so much fuel to kind of go to a moon orbit and come back anyway. And like, you know, I think it's like, they always think that you do it and then you're gonna like regret doing it and they're like, oh gosh, I should not have done it. I should not have done it. Alright, this is not perfect, but how far, where is our periapsis to a moon here? Moon periapsis, 7,000 meters. We're good. We're good. I don't think we need this maneuver node anymore. Oh no, we do have a. We do need a maneuver node. Never mind. Add maneuver node. Where's the moon now? There it is. Focus you. Set a target, totally. I need like more like 10 here. Is that other or is that this stuff? Right. Let's make a difference here. This is way too much. That's it, 3.8 meters per second. Node. This is so slow. I think I can do a physics warp. Oh, it's kind of still turning. No, it doesn't turn when it's like... Physics warp actually doesn't allow it to turn still, even with mods. But we're almost there. This is actually very high for... This is... We're not gonna get this precise, but that's okay. Almost there. And we're gonna go reset. Once we're off and on the proper trajectory, we're gonna go and reset our experiments. Scientist, actually, could collect all. Speeds that process up. Just have to reset too. Alright, so we are there. Just right. Alright, I think this is good enough. It kind of looks like we're crashing into the moon. We're not going to crash into the moon. Once we get, let's quick save, and then let's warp to encounter. What happened? Alright, so we are at encounter. So, add a maneuver. This is probably radio that we want to do. Yeah, 20 meters per second radio. This is like wasted 20 meters per second because we could have done it with 0.1 meters per second earlier, but you know, it would, again, we have this problem like precision, which is incredibly annoying, but like, turn to node. Actually use some of the gimbal engine here to do it faster, otherwise it's like deeply annoying. And then like the lowest, I mean the highest efficiency of a burn is at periapsis, as like you're making the most use of the Oberth effect, which results in you spending the least dV to change your apoapsis. So we're gonna burn once we get here, but first we need to move it so it's not into the moon, but it's just above the moon. And at this range, we have enough range to sort of like burn with some degree of precision, which we did not have earlier, but now we do. Yeah, I brought so much stuff to DV. I should lighten up the spacecraft. You're right. I should just decouple this thing. I mean, after I do a capture burn, I will lighten up. I promise. All right, now we are in range. All right, 0.1 meters a second. We should be 15 meters. Oh, perfect. Now let's set a capture burn, which is going to be retrograde here, something like this. This is good. This is perfect. All right, now that's only 160 meters per second. Yeah, then, you know, and we got 1,000 meters per second now. Oh, fuel in this stage only. Should we lighten the load? Let's quick save and lighten the load, because like this again is taking freaking forever. And we really don't need it for what we're doing. All right, so decoupled. We just dumped 1,300 of DV, which is again the kind of thing you tend to regret over time, but I think we're gonna be okay on this particular mission. All right, so Bob, it's your job. It's your time to shine. Let's go and reset some of these experiments. All right. Store, observe it, take the data, and restore it again. Or I didn't get it actually, never mind, sorry, try again. Keep it, collect the data, yes, I know. And then restore, and then restore this one, same thing, collect the data, conduct material study, blah, blah, blah. Keep it, collect it, restore it, and down we go. You can open the doors, so that's like fine. All right, down we go. F. Forward. Okay, so quick save again. And now it says we can do another material study for what? 2.4? Like silly. Let's set it to free. All right, cool. Let's get closer to our capture, to our insertion burn, which is like here. There we go. And now we are close to the moon, so now it's like sending all kinds of like, hey, you can do this. All right, retrograde. We don't even need Mac Jeb here. Let's get a crew report while we're at it. Actually get all the science we can. Material studies. Goo. sometimes 2 minutes to a node, so it's like plenty of time. Log pressure data, log temperature data, and then store them all, and then do the same thing we did earlier, which is send Bob out to basically reset all the stuff. And I don't know if you can actually store 2 different samples of this in the capsule, as in, but we'll see in a moment. All right, we need an EVA report while we're at it. Oh, this is actually the one that has multiple biomes, so we're gonna get a lot of like biome data there. Did we get this? Not yet. Collect data, restore. All right, let's go up. Oh, I had you. All right. Yeah, I think we're gonna do another EVA report. I think we got most of it, 6.9. Yeah, I think we can do more of it here. EVA report. Let's set this at 24 or something. Bob sent him out. EVA report, done. Forward again. How far are we from the burn? Oh, now. Burn is now. Off we go. Retrograde. Thank good I checked. I was like enjoying the moon surface. Looks pretty. We're gonna be landing there next mission probably. We're in orbit of the moon. I think we don't need to go all the way down here. I think this is fine. Yeah, it's fine. Alright, we are in orbit of the moon. Let's hit quick save. This is like a bunch of like messages. That's like world first, which yep, we did a lot of cool things. We are in orbit of the moon. Jeb, you wanna go for an AVA? You should go for an AVA too. We should actually warp a little bit, like until we got like moon midlands. There you go, Jeb. Do one AVA and get us an AVA from here. Thank you. Lowlands. We already have it from the lowlands? Really? EA report. Yeah. We were at the midlands. I guess we were not. We're going pretty fast here. Science, midlands craters. Because you have to be fast, kind of a. Midlands craters. I think. Oh, we did. This we don't have actually. Oh, we do. We did have it. Never mind. Oh, situation midlands. All right. EVA report. Got it. All right, we got one for once. Let's see if there's any more situations where we can get these. East crater. EVA report. This is all good data. There's things that can help you get a ton of data. No, the capsule can hold as many EVA reports as you want. They can only hold one crew report at a time, unless you take it out and put it back in. And you can hold as many of those as you want, as long as they're different. Like, so long as they're different. All right, let's go to the next. See if there's again some additional biome around here. The moon actually has quite a few biomes, so it's decent for data. It's not as good as Minmus. Minmus is amazing. Also, Minmus has no gravity, so you can just hop between biomes, like you bounce around. Minmus is where you kind of really unlock most of science tree, in my experience. All right, we got Highlands. Let's see if there's any more. if there's anything I like. Mr. Mystery Goo again. Kind of like have that data. See if you can collect all. Complain about some of them, I guess. All items stored. Let's see if we can do another observation and we can store it in our capsule. I don't know if we'll count twice, but that is kind of the idea. Go. RCS. Oh, and I'm not a scientist. I guess I EVA'd the wrong person. Thank you for reminding me. Bob, out you go. Collect data, restore. And I'll let go. RCS here. Conduct material study. Collect data. Restore. Restore. And open doors. Get an EVA report because I have no idea what biomes. Space high over the moon. Alright, I am high over the moon. Alright, so this looks good. Should have brought as quick save and go to the Space Center and see if there's any other missions from the Space Center that wouldn't involve exploring the moon, like this one for example. Land on the moon, yeah, we're going to the moon. We're going to the moon for sure. But we need a lot of science first. Rescue, 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 fiery, blah, blah, blah. Active. Alright, we're going back here. And I'm gonna do another pass. Simply because I want to kind of like see if I can get other biome data here from like a second pass of the moon. So like now we're high over the moon and there's like really not much to be done here. In fact, can't tell like the how much this is. 0.2 and 0.5. Yeah, this is like useless. But you know, warp here, it's like a day of like hanging out in space, which is not too bad. Maybe you'll kind of like warp down here. It's like the amount of time you spend in moon low versus high is significant unless you're like circularized down here, which we kind of have a Delta V to do. Like, should we do it? Like, thank you, Gunter Amigo. I haven't killed anybody yet. I generally don't kill people. Like, but you never know. You're right. It can be tricky. All right, let's go all the way down here. Still in space. All right, we're in space low now. This is, again, kind of useless stuff. Let's go for Moon Midlands. We could also change our attitude and go for the poles. Like that's something you want to do instead at the apoapsis for maximum efficiency. As your velocity is the lowest, so the DV cost is the lowest. Moon's Highlands. Midlands, Highlands. It's just so helpful to kind of bring back kind of like as much data as you realistically can without actually having to land on the moon, which requires actual science to kind of get the parts you need to kind of do that. So we didn't get any new biomes here, so you know, why don't we try and see how much Delta V does it want to change the make it like this is still quite a bit because like we still have quite a bit of velocity there, I think. So like, you might need to kind of like, whoa, too much. This is fine. This is kind of fine. What's the delta V of this burn? 100 meters per second? Ah, that's fine. That's fine. Let's go and change the... get into a polar orbit of the moon. This is something you do for ScanSats. Like, ScanSats need to be in a polar orbit at a certain height for them to work, but that's something that happens later in the game, career-wise. So this is not quite perfectly a polar orbit, but I'm trying to get a sense of, like, well, kind of. Let's see. Whoa, no. That's more like it. Whoa. There you go. So 81 meters per second, even less. Perfect. Alright, smartass. Let's steer towards node. And now finally we turn at a decent speed because we ditched the previous stage. So we can turn with our reaction wheels at a reasonable velocity. Which also means we'll be able to hold our attitude pretty decently. Right. Well, inclination, you know, the thing about inclination changes is, you know, so long as you do them at apoapsis when your speed is like practically 0, then inclination changes basically have 0 cost. Because, like, you know, you're changing from 10 meters per second to 10 meters per second in a different direction. So the maximum delta V is the square root of 20 meters per second, right? So it's very cheap as far as, like, maneuvers go. Still have 12 seconds of burn time because our engine is kind of pretty weak. But it's an engine optimized for, like, vacuum maneuvers. Very light and very high specific impulse. Yeah, your orbit has to be... It doesn't matter so much as to how eccentric your orbit is, really. It matters, like, what your velocity is. And then, like, if your velocity at apoapsis is, like, practically 0, like, what are we going now? We're going 71 meters per second. Look at that. Right? So we're basically at a standstill, right? It takes 7 minutes to get here, right? like we're practically at a standstill. That's why it's so efficient to do inclination changes, right? All right, so now we are almost there. We'll burn at T-6, so it will burn through 2.6 seconds, which is like the ideal range. And then we'll actually want to land on the poles of the moon at a later point, because that's where we apparently have to go to pick up one of those rocks that we're told that we have to go pick up. So we're probably going to do one of these maneuvers as our next mission or something. Perfect, 0.1, nice. All right. And we stabilized, so now, well, something went wrong. Now we need to go prograde a little. Otherwise, we will crash right into the moon. Yeah, the maneuver node planner isn't always that precise for whatever reason. I thought we executed our maneuver pretty cleanly. Are we prograde? Yeah, we're prograde, so let's give it some gas. And with that, we have lifted ourselves out of darkness. We have 37 meter periapsis. Now that might be a little too low. I think maybe 2,000. Would 2,000 crash into the surface? Probably. I think we want 5,000 or so. 6,000 to be safe. Alright, that's good. We're gonna really be skimming the surface, but why not? Alright, let's go back down here. And now we should be getting biomes that we didn't get earlier, because we're gonna all go over poles. Bingo. Here we are. Are we still high? No, near the moon midlands. All right. So now we are near the moon midlands. We're skimming the surface, just barely. I'm actually gonna go retrograde here in case I decide we're gonna like burn to capture at a lower rate, since we have a delta V to do crazy maneuvers. Like normally you don't have a DV to kind of just, you know, mess around like we're messing around here, but now in this particular mission we do, so might as well. As I mentioned, this rocket originally is a rocket that would have easily been able to kind of land on the moon. But yeah, sometimes, you know, too much delta V can be a problem, but like it rarely is. So high five moon rock, yeah, you could, yeah, maybe pick it up on the while orbiting that at orbital velocity. Now I think Jeb's hand might not like that, but you know, could be a thing. Where are we on the moon? Like, we're not at the poles. Like, we should kind of like... Where is our periapsis here? Our periapsis is 6.1. Should we burn and burn to a lower capture? Might as well. Alright, let's burn to a lower capture. Let's actually set a burn node here. Retrograde, obviously, very simple. Well, that'd be a little too much burn. So that we can keep it at. This is 21, too high. This is 13, still a little too high. This is 7, this is fine. Alright, cool. 200 meters a second. How much we got in the tank? We got 3,000. Yeah, we're good. Oh yeah, Jeb will love that, I agree. Alright, burn to node. To node. This is a 13. We're going very fast, wow. Oh, by moon thing standards, 700 meters per second. What's our capture? Oh, we have DV for ages. The thing about DV is you have it for ages, but then you start messing around with it, and then you don't have it for ages anymore. So you gotta be also a little careful in terms of like how much you mess around with it. Right. Give it a little time, speed up. Get 14 seconds is when we burn. All right, almost there. All right, and burn. So I think the maneuver node planner assumes that burns are instantaneous, but you know, burns are not instantaneous, and so things are a little different than how maneuver node planner somehow thinks they turn out to be. But these are relatively simple maneuvers, so I should not get them wrong. And we are good. There we are. So now we are over Moon Highline, so we're going pretty fast. We might crash into the moon here though, so we might need to give it a bit more gas. Prograde. Orbital prograde. Seeing the line go through the mountains here is a little problematic. Just a little. Alright, let's get that data. Let's get that data. EVA, EVA, EVA. Canyons, I got it. In we go. Alright, now we should be able to get some pretty good data. We got canyons. Each of those, I think, is 25 units of science. So you get 4 of those, that's like 100, which, based on where I am in my career, is actually a lot. It's like unlocking one more node just by flying around and getting EVA reports, which is easy. So I'll give it a 2x speed or 5x speed. Now we're basically orbiting like right above it, like in what would be its exosphere if we were around the actual moon. It does not have an exosphere in Kerbal Space Program. That's just, I guess, unnecessary complexity. These are low lands. We should be getting to the poles at some point, right? I guess. We should be almost at the poles. Still above the lowlands, midlands. Midlands. Like some craters are like unique in their biome, like in that they're like should be almost above like one of these possibly. My knowledge of moon geography is not as precise as it should be. Yeah, this is moon skimming, right? It's pretty close. Highlands. Where are the poles of this planet? Oh, moon, actually. Are we still near? Yeah, we're still near. I don't know what the threshold between near and high is anymore. Can't remember. It's pretty low. Alright. Poles. Finally. Bob, get us an EVA report, please. Thank you. I don't know if there's any other obvious ones. Like, it now really depends on whether we pass over a crater or something that like... Ooh, oh, look at that. Well, this is screenshot worthy. This is screenshot worthy. Wow, that was a moment of like, that was quite the thing. So pretty. All right, we did the poles. This is polar lowlands. Polar lowlands. Polar lowlands are a thing, I guess. This is poles still. Polar lowlands, we got it! Yay! So we got that. That was really beautiful to see Kerbin rise from the moon. Wow. Very special. I think we're kind of done here, unless we kind of happen to like pass over one of the big craters or like other biomes of the moon, which eventually we would in a polar orbit. There you go, Northwest Basin, exactly what I was talking about. But we are very fast, so we gotta get this quickly. Got it. Let's see if we can get another couple of those special biomes. Northwest Basin. I don't know how you define east on like moon geography, but I guess there is some way to do it. And after this, we will head back to Kerbin. And after this, we'll have our moon landing mission. What's our world first? Spacewalk in orbit of the moon. Suborbital space flight. Oh, that's when I was about to crash into the moon. That's a suborbital space flight. All right, it's good to know. Let's see if there's anything else here. So like I haven't gone through the South Pole. Like seeing it pass over South Pole and see if there's something like biomes. And then at the next pass on the North Pole, we will head back to Kerbin. It's polar lowlands. We're on the other side. If there's anything here. This might be one of the special craters though, so give it a moment. Or not. Looks very deep though. It's a big one. Midland craters, I guess. It's just that. Farside crater. Farside crater. Jump. Go get it. Yes. Farside crater. We got that one. Yay. East Farside crater. Alright, we are about to experience another Kerbin rise, and from there we will head back to Kerbin. With this treasure trove of data. Just burn prograde. I'll be back on the poles. No, highlands. Oh wow. Every time it gets me. Like, every time it gets me. Alright, let's go, go, go. Go, go, go. It's also screenshot worth. Let's escape. Escape the moon. Where is the escape? Here? Can't quite set a maneuver node somehow. Warp node? Really? What is going on here? Why can I not set a target? I guess because I'm in an escape? Am I under... Oh, because I don't have a I don't have a HUD enabled, that's why. That explains it. That does explain it. Alright, we beat the moon. And we changed spheres of influence. Well, not yet, but almost. Now we have. Alright, back in Kirby land we go. And to do that, well, this is not the most efficient burn, but whatever, we have all the fuel in the world, so might as well. Retrograde, whee! I'm gonna set it at 20k or something. $50. Again, we'll have plenty of fuel to kind of like capture burn. Like 1,000, 4,000, 15. 15 is good enough. Alright, so we are whoop to burn. Burn time is 1 minute. So where is the burn here? Can I actually warp the next maneuver? Oh, whoa. Warp here. Should be good enough. Alright, so warp is 68 seconds, so burn at 34 seconds. Time. Alright, slowing time down. 10 seconds to burn. Where's node? Uh-oh, I'm not pointing at the node. I'm actually pointing prograde. I'm pointing at completely wrong direction. Not that precision precision at this velocity doesn't matter, so like we're gonna be okay. But we might have to adjust later, which is fine. Is decreasing dramatically. As we get lighter, the ship also gets easier to handle, obviously. Basic thrust to weight ratio concept. We're slowing down the ratio. Actually, gonna take a while for us to get there because like we're slowing down to like 200 meters per second or something. All right, suborbital flight. All right, 0.0, perfect. Okay, rotation. Save the game. This is 15 meters per second. Perfect. And warp here. This actually take 5 hours to get there. Oh, it would certainly be more efficient to burn on the opposite sides, no question. Right? But we don't care to do this. Right? Alright, so there's an EVA report here. Space near Kerbin's mountains. So let's go get that one. EVA report. Come on, come on, come on. Oh, grasslands. Ah. Let's go retrograde. Burn. Would have burned a little earlier. At this point we might actually want to decouple. Otherwise we burn everything up. Yeah, let's decouple. Bye! Bye-bye. This is a very KSP moment. Thing is probably not designed for trans-lunar return. And by the way, I thought these were physical parts, but I don't think they are because they're overheating. Don't seem to be exploding though, which I guess is okay. MechJeb still there? Did MechJeb explode? I think MechJeb might have exploded. No, it's still here. We got it. Cool. So slowing down. Something exploded. I think it might have been, or maybe that was Mach 1. It might be Sonic Boom. Alright, we seem to have made it through re-entry. Flying on shores, which is fine. Ooh, lightning down there. That's lightning. That's thunder, that's what it is. We're still high and fast for shoots. Oh, let's keep going now. Let's actually take... Whoa, did that thing work by itself? Or did I trigger it? Well, maybe I had already enabled it. It was just waiting for pressure to deploy, I guess. Off on retrograde. That's thunder. Whoa, look at that. Scary. We're dropping into a storm. Interesting. Alright, let's bounce. It's dark and scary and thundery. so where are we? Flying low. Oh, we're on water. We're gonna splash. Splash down. Fine. Fine. It's very dark. Wow. Splash, splash, splash. We made it in. See how much data we brought home. It should be quite a bit. Alright, recover. And we did it. Yeah, it does look a bit weird, I agree. They are real pretty, aren't they? 508 science returned. Wow. Alright, now we should be able to unlock a lot of things. Actually 5 nodes or something. Let's see. Things we wanted to advance. Advanced flight control. Yes, we like. Landing. Well, we're landing on the moon, so yes, we like. Space exploration. We need to be able to get up and down. So we like. This goes at 167, but we're not doing heavy rockets to go to the moon. Propulsion systems, we don't really need. Do we really need any of this? Oscar B tanks, liquid fuel engines, spark. This is like the tiny engines, right? These are, yeah, no. We don't need any of that. Do we need any of the aerodynamic stuff? Turbo shafts. So if we're flying around, we would, but we're not flying around. We're going to the moon. So, not needed right now. Later. Miniaturization. What's in here? Small stuff. Helmet light. Sure what that does. FLT base, I don't think we need that. Docking ports, we're not docking to go to the moon. We certainly don't need to dock. I don't think we need any of this. Do we need any of this? Is there anything that we need here? No. We should be able, how much money do we have? We got 579,000. How much is the 450? It's cutting it close. Yeah, no, I wouldn't do that. Position a satellite in a specific orbit of the moon. No. Observational service. No. Rescue, splashdown, blah blah blah. Position satellite. Nope, no, not interested in these missions. We have enough. Let's go land and bring moonstones back, kind of stuff missions. Bridges, do I need anything to bring a moonstone back? Like, have a Kerbal pick it up. Right. Poles, polar crater, or midline craters beyond. Like, we kind of should aim to land. Should aim to land on the polar. So we should aim for a polar orbit. We should aim for a polar orbit. Completed contracts. Cool. Good. Fine. Thanks. Can save the game. I got Mechan home, which is like the safe. Everybody's safe and sound. We don't need to go crazy. Yes, all right. So now we can finally design a moon lander. Moon lander, question is, do we want to do it with 1 or 2 people? Because like there's a big difference in terms of delta V requirements, but crew capacity is 2. Or should we do the Mark II command pod, which is kind of Rokomax? This is probably the better one, I think. I mean, the best ones obviously are the sort of Mark I lander can, but it's kind of a little gamey to kind of like, I don't know, re-enter the atmosphere with this. I mean, there's a huge difference in mass. Like, this is 566 kilos, and this one is like double. But all right, let's do it the proper way. Let's do it with a Mark II thingy. And then we're gonna need a few things. We're gonna need science while we're here. Oh, this is problematic actually. We might need a bigger service module, but I don't really have a bigger service. We have a Rokomax style service module. I don't know. if we actually do. Cargo. No. You'd imagine being under cargo. I guess you don't have utility. Storage container for hitchhikers. Nope. This is gonna be problematic. To a degree. Aerodynamics, payload. Is this the big one or is this the... This is the big one. Alright, cool. The only thing about this one is I don't know if you can put stairs down this one. Can you put stairs down this one? Get some fuel tanks here. Rocket Max. Uh-oh. This is actually, we need an adapter for this one. So, the thing about a moon lander is you don't want it to be too tall, because otherwise it's going to tip over. But you also need it to be reasonably usable. Let's see if we can do this like this. I wish there was a mod that like just made this snap to center without having to kind of like get the guesswork out. Maybe there's a key I can hold. No, Alt just does. Alt does snap, but it snaps to, I don't know what it snaps to. Shift does not snap. Control does not snap. Alt snaps, but it snaps to all the wrong things. Thanks for a suggestion, by the way, Midnight Rain. If you rotate it, oh man, you're the man. Look at this. You are the man. Thank you. Today you taught me something about KSP. It looks so much better. It works so much better. Like, oh, so much better. All right, where are our lander legs? But this thing has, well, we don't, what are we putting, the poodle, I guess? I think we have to put the poodle because like, it's the only one that's going to fit from a landing leg standpoint. I don't even know if have we a chance to like, do we have like a lander? So this is, I think, where we jump out, I think, up our front, right? I think so. Let's see. So it looks like we can place them on your utility module, which is a start. This is always the most annoying part and the one you absolutely want to test, because it sucks if you get to a moon and then you realize that your ladders don't work. But before we even put the sort of launch vehicle for this thing, we're gonna test this on the pad to see if we can actually get this to get a Kerbal to climb up and down. Like, if you can climb up and down on Kerbin, you can climb up and down on the moon too. It's pretty certain. So these we actually gonna move to the side like this. The question is, we get down like this, or do we need to put a strut in place to be able to get down? I think we might have to put a strut in place to be able to get down. I don't think a Kerbal can actually reach her. There should be, I thought this tier of tech unlocked the bye, thanks for joining me, Midnight. I thought this tier unlocked the retractable lander leg, but evidently not. So I put all the things you don't want to forget. Is this the bigger one, LT1? This is the micro. These are the ones, yeah. This one doesn't snap at all. And then I like to strut up the... I actually like to put these on like things that expel them out, but like here... I don't know if the Kerbal can reach it. I don't think it can actually. So we may need to do something a bit odd. Which is something like this. Don't need these for ours. I just need one. There we go. Let's cross that here. These I have to put 4 of, otherwise it's going to be totally imbalanced. But the stairs can be on just one. Alright, let's try this one. This should be low enough that our Kerbal can reach it. Say this. Whoa, lone shit. We're gonna recover it, but like, let's try and see if we can climb out. Right, Jeb. Time to get out. So far so good. Hop on. Up. There we go. These are like incorrectly turned, but might still work. This worked, but it wasn't very clean, so, you know, let's get back in and fix it up. This is all kind of like tilted in the wrong direction. Should also kind of move my more towards the center. Right here it's like also gonna... Oh, this is fine. I think this kind of worked. Well, this didn't work. See, this is why you want to try kind of all the way up, because like if it doesn't work here, all right, we did it, but man, that was not good. Well, let's fix things. So utility, mobility enhancer. Alright, cool. That should do a check. And here, this is like, ugh, awful. Actually, I can't see it. Oh, that's much better. How did I manage to put this piece in here? I don't even know. More importantly, how do I even select it now that I can have it? I guess move this out of the way first. There we go. Select this first. Something like this. Alright, let's try it now. Save it. The lander was gonna go to the moon. Alright, Jeb. Trying to get out again. Oh, this is now he's stuck here. This is not great. Yeah, this is not gonna work. Well, could work, so, but it's like painful. Actually, it's might not be bad. It's like the problem is not the way out. The problem is the way back. But also the way out shouldn't be this painful. Alright, let's fix it. Fix the top here. That should be better. Hopefully. Small details that make a big difference in terms of like actually being able to land or not, or get out or not. To be exact. All right, Jeb, time to get out again. This is a bit painful, but it worked. This was not exactly what I had in mind. when I thought you were gonna get out, but I guess it worked. Let's try again. Grab up. All right, this is good. Keep going up. So far, so good. Whoa. Did I just say so far so good? Alright, let's try again. The top part is the most tricky one. I think the one down here is like just fine. Right. Hop on up. Keep climbing. It's doing great. That part's perfect. It's the enter a capsule part, which is like, really? Ouch. Ah, Jeb. You are one resilient guy. Yeah, no, we need to fix that part up there. No question. It was, before it was better than what we got now. Guess we kind of climbed out here, but this is not the way to do it. Gotta fix this top of the ladder. The bottom's fine. Now that we know. Is the answer as simple as just getting rid of this? Like, letting him climb onto like what's there? It's close enough, I guess. Try it. Alright, Bill, your turn. Oh, that's better. Let's see if you can get it back up. This is the annoying part. I think I have to kind of like incline that somehow. Whoa, bonk. Sorry, Bill. I think I know how to do that though, so let's climb back in and then revert. Whoa, whoa, ouch. Also recover, but I'd rather revert. Again, the going down part isn't that tricky because all you can do is jump out, but the getting up part's gotta be smooth. It's gotta be smooth. It can't be this. Cannot be this. Something as simple as a ladder is not simple, as you can see. I got it, but I got it because I hit F when it was gonna like ejecting me, and that is not good. All right, let's incline this thing quite a bit to kind of get what we need to do. How do we? I remember that there's a way to incline, like www DDD. This is one DDD like this, like something like this. Could something like this do a trick? Alright, let's try it. Alright, Bill. You're up. Alright, this works down pretty well, actually. And this is now perfect on the way up. Cool. Alright, cool. We did it. Revert flight, direct vehicle assembly. Now we have our moon lander that can actually return, I think, for a moon. We got 4,000 delta V. We're gonna be okay. This is good. Now we need, what do we need? A separator of some kind. Where's the separators? Decouplers. Oh, we have RCS now. We are so lucky to have RCS. We have an advanced inline stabilizer, but we don't have like the actual stabilization side. Like we need the Rokomax version of RCS, but if we bring RCS, we have to also bring